went down to the river Jordan, where John baptized 3. When I walked the devil in hell, said John ain't baptized me. I said, roll, Jordan, roll, roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord, for the year when Jordan rose. There was a time in Africa the people could fly. Mama told me this when I was 10 years old. She said, Hetty, your grandmama saw it for herself. She said they flew over trees and clouds. She said they flew like blackbirds. When we came here, and I met Mrs., we left that magic behind.
Everybody said I was Daddy's favorite. He was too modest to speak of these things. For that, he had
Mother. Pick that up. Besides governing the house, a host of children and 14 slaves, Mrs. kept up the round of social and religious duties that would have worn out the Queen of Europe.
Get back to work.
When I was being forgiven, I suspected she was simply mean.
Don't make me get out the whip. Two girls.
A slave?
A slave owner's daughter.
Living in Charleston in the late 1800s.
Divided by race.
Yet bonding through pain.
Together finding their strength.
The Invention of Wings by Sue Munkid.
Everybody, this is all little Hetty.
Every eye fixed on me, Mrs. said,
Sarah dear, she's your present for your 11th birthday. Your very own waiter maid. I don't care if you don't need a waiting maid. You do as I say.
Mrs. let out a shriek.
Enough!
And everything went hush.
I was sent to my room and ordered to write a letter of apology to each guest. All I wanted to do was give Hetty back. Give Hetty back, as if she was mine after all, as if owning people was as natural as breathing.
My life with Miss Sarah got off on a bad left foot. When I went to her room that first morning, I saw her staring at a cold blank wall. Miss Sarah, you want me to come in there?
Yes, come in. I'm pleased to have you.
Sure is cold. Miss Sarah didn't hear me, so I said louder, sure is
You
cold.
can play fire, I guess.
I'd seen it done before, but seeing ain't doing. I didn't know how to check the flue, and here came all this smoke coming in like chimney bats. Miss Sarah and I started throwing open windows. Must have looked like the house was burning out in the yard.
Come on, let's put this out before before Mama finds out. The next morning, I was looking for Hetty, but I bumped into Charlotte, Hetty's mom.
Oh, Miss Sarah! You scared the chimneys out of me!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, come in here, child. Look at this here owl.
Out of all the sleighs Father owned, Charlotte struck with me as the most intelligent. And perhaps the most dangerous. By the way, I'll take care of Hetty. I never meant to own her. I thought of freeing her, but...
That's all right. Because I know you're going to make it up to her one of these days.
Make it up?
I mean, I know you're going to do everything you can to set her free.
I'll do what I can.
What I need from you is a swearing, child. You'll keep your word. I know you will.
I'll never forget that oath I made about Hetty's freedom. A promise impossible to fulfill. But it suddenly rang clear to me for the first time. Charlotte said, "Help Hetty get free any way you can." I decided to start small. Hetty, I'm gonna teach you how to read.
Really? What about Mrs.?
Don't you worry about that. As it turned out, Hetty had a knack. Within a couple weeks, she could write and recite the letters of the alphabet.
How do you spell water? How do you spell
Hetty's appetite to learn was voracious.
H-E-T.
What are you doing? Someone will see.
Don't you think I got my own foot to rub out letters if somebody would have come along?
I heard a knock on the door. It was Charlotte. Her face was full of fear.
Your father. He wants you in the library.
He sat at his desk and didn't look up. When he lifted his face, his eyes were hardened.
You have disappointed me, Sarah.
I'm sorry. I would never knowingly disappoint you. I only came...
Enough! I have brought you here to listen. Do not speak. It has been brought to my attention that your slave girl has become literate. Do not think to deny it, as she wrote a number of words on the muddy ground and even took care to sign her name.
I'm sorry. I meant no harm.
No harm?
But Father, it's wrong!
Do not mistake me, Sarah. I will protect our way of life. I will not tolerate sedition in this family.
Hetty! Hetty! I opened the back door. Hetty's skinny arms were tied to the porch rail. Behind her, the family butler held a strap.
No! No!
And I heard Mother tap the glass on the upstairs window, and the butler brought down the latch across Hetty's back.
Sarah was braver
Hetty was
than
braver than that. She always had been. People say love
gets fooled by a difference as big as ours.
I didn't know whether my feelings came from love or guilt.
I didn't know whether mine came from love or a need to be safe. She loved me. And she pitied me. And I loved her. and used her.
It never was a simple thing.
That day, our hearts were as pure as they ever would get. Bro, you forgot
I know
to...
I did.